that there is this aliveness is utterly obvious, isn't it? And yet, how is this known? There seems to be an imaginary split. We are the knowers of this aliveness, and yet we are not separate from this aliveness. So in the knowing of this, we seem to appear. We are the illusion, the assumption of knowing, when in actuality there are no things or non-things to know or not know. There's no this or that or both or neither. And there can exist a sublime unknowing, and yet there has to be an imaginary split so that this can be known. So even the recognition of unicity requires imaginary separation. And this world of all and everything, of all things, time and space, direction, movement, non-movement, dimension, all characteristics, all qualities, all this description, this worded world, this magician's tale, this dream of separation is the only world we can know. For we are conceptual beings and can only know other concepts, just like every word is defined by other words. This web of words, this fluid web of thought seems to create this world, our world, and we are not separate from it. We cannot get outside of this world. We cannot escape the dream. There are no enlightened people who have escaped the dream of the worded world or transcended it. No holy ones who live in a magical, mythical place called unicity. For in this utter emptiness that so many strive for, there is not even nothing. There is no knowing of it. Yet it can be felt, can't it? This great void, this maw, this huge mouth that has been chomping you ever since you first learned that you were. It seems like as soon as there are enough concepts in this thing we call a brain, which isn't a thing, there are no things, then also this illusion of a knower of things arises. And isn't that wonderful? For what would be love if there was no knowing of it? Or beauty if there was no knowing of it? The dream of separation is extraordinary. There are no things, yet this includes all and everything simultaneously. So this conceptual person, me, you, the guy down the street walking his dog, yes, we can say their bodies. And yes, we can say they're ourselves. But this conceptual being, me, this persona, cannot learn or discover that I am a concept, that I am made up, especially by peering through the alphabet of infinity of all concepts, all memories, all those books, all those talks, all those methods and practices. Somehow this isn't discovered by you, by me, but seems to be a shift in perspective that occurs in the brain. It's like a rewiring of the brain, where somehow the brain, which is creating this dream of separate things and events, recognizes that it is creating it. It doesn't make it seem less real. Maybe it's more real. It seems more like it's the dropping of the illusion that there is anything called real. It's all relative. It's all words weaving this web, this worded world, this thought dream, this watercolor ballet. The painting cannot discover it is a painting, but there can be somehow a falling through the painting into the painting. And none of this will tell you anything, for I have nothing to tell you. The only thing I can really ever say is that I love you, and that's enough for me.